Ahead on Daytime Buffalo, Buddy Second Chance Rescue stops by to help you find your forever friend. And we celebrate elegance, sport, and style with Beau Flo's Legacy Polo match. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Joining us now through our sponsors at Earthwise Pet Hamburg is Julie Starr from Buddy Second Chance Rescue and Kimberly LaRussa from Sweet Buffalo with details on an upcoming adoption event. Welcome, ladies.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Tell us who you brought in today.
Well, today we brought our friend Matt DiTullio of DiTullio Art Collective. He did a special fundraiser for Buddy Second Chance Rescue, and we have a very special dog today. And what's his name?
This is Bully.
Yeah. Bully? All right, tell us about Bully.
So Bully, we actually pulled from City of Buffalo Animal Shelter. He was in rough condition when he came into the shelter. He had severe teary eye. He had entropion, which is where the eyelids flip, and he needed surgical repair of them.
Oh.
So what happens is when the eyelids are flipped, the eyelashes rub against the eyeball, and it's very irritating and uncomfortable for them.
Oh.
So our amazing foster, Laura, pulled him from City of Buffalo. We got him all the care he needed, and now he's ready to be adopted.
Okay, tell us what type of family would be a good fit for Bully.
He is great with dogs, kids, everything. She has a lot of different types of animals, and he gets along with all of them. He's about 3 years old and about 55 pounds. He's definitely a Bully mix, which is why his name is Bully.
Yeah.
And he's a low rider. He's a lot of fun. He's been having a good time here at the studio this morning.
The passenger prince.
He
loves
is.
to ride in the front seat
He
of the
does,
car.
yes.
He's a good boy.
He
Okay,
is.
it seems like a lot of families would be a great home for him.
Oh,
So that's-
absolutely. There's no restrictions on where he can go. He's just a great dog. He came running right in the studio today saying hi to everybody. Super friendly, no issues whatsoever.
All righty. Matt, let's talk about what you do at the DiTullio Art Collective and Karmic Art Fans.
Yeah, so I'm the owner and CEO of DiTullio Art Collective. I buy, sell, trade original published comic book art, and then I'm also the vice president of operations for Comic Art Fans. When I started working for them, one of the main things I always want to do is I choose to give back at least a couple times per year. Recently, I lost my 13-year-old greyhound who was a rescue. He was the dog that made me love other dogs, so I decided to partner up with Comic Art Fans. We did a live auction art sale, and I donated 20% of the proceeds to Buddy Second Chance Rescue. I met, Kim years ago. I was able to work with her, and she put me in touch with Buddies. Wanted to make sure that, could just do whatever I could to make sure I help dogs get to great homes, because nothing better than a dog having a good home.
That's right. So how successful was this fundraiser?
It was more successful than I could have imagined. I have a really great community through the Comic Art Fans community, a lot of really great comic art collectors who are also animal lovers, and we ended up raising, the total was $2,000 for Buddy Second Chance Rescue. So it was much more than I thought, and I was very happy that every cent could go to helping dogs like Bully get to their proper homes.
That's right. We actually have a check presentation for this $2,000. Amazing. Julie, tell us a little bit about what this money means to Buddies.
Well, before I get into that, I do want to say that there was a lot more than $2,000 that came in. Because of his efforts, people were donating also directly to the organization. So I think actually total was more close to $4,000.
Wow.
We had quite a few $500 donations come through after he had made the post and everything was up on the internet.
Yeah.
So this is just his portion, but then there was also a lot more that came in also.
Yeah.
And he also went and took $500 and went on a shopping spree and bought supplies for the dogs also.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, as you know, we can't do what we do in the community without the help of our supporters and the local businesses here. Just like Bully's surgery cost us thousands and thousands of dollars to get him in a place where he could then go into his forever home.
Yeah.
And we can't do that as a non-for-profit without the support and the donations. So because of, people like that, I mean, basically he covered his eye surgery.
Yeah.
So he gets to now find his forever home after being in the city shelter and being abandoned on the streets of Buffalo. So now we get to help him and help a family in a match and bring people together with their dogs.
Yeah. What touched you about Buddy's organization and made you want to pick this charity?
Well, I had worked with Kim in the past, and she's been a very big advocate of buddies, obviously. I also have a very close friend of mine, Brian and Sheila Wayland, who adopted a dog through buddies. They had nothing but an amazing experience. So when I was, kind of looking around, I was asking some of my friends, and I just got resounding feedback about buddies and how they, the process that they go through and how they, they take to make sure the dogs go to the proper homes. And it was an easy choice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And obviously what you do with dogs like Bully, you never turn a dog away, even those facing medical conditions and medical needs. And
No.
that's a big part of your mission.
Yeah, we especially like to take the dogs from the shelters who do have medical conditions, because unfortunately those are the dogs that sometimes don't make it out.
Right.
Because obviously a shelter that's overcrowded isn't going to spend the money on medical if that dog eventually isn't going to be able to find a home or leave the shelter because of overcrowding. So anytime we see a dog that pops up at City of Buffalo Animal Shelter, we try to take and get that into foster so we can get it the care. Our shelters that we work with in Texas and Georgia, same thing. They always come to us if they have a medical dog and say, hey, is it something that you think you can take on? It's never about the money. If there's a medical dog that would cost us 10 grand, we'd still take it. It's a matter of just having a foster, which goes to say that we also can't save dogs without foster homes. We're not a shelter. All our dogs go directly into homes where they are worked with and vetted and cared for before they go into their adoptive home.
And there's also pros to being a foster. If you're not ready to commit to
100%.
adopting a dog fully, this is a great kind of in-between method for you, and everything's taken care of, right?
Absolutely. We cover the cost of everything, from the vetting to crates, treats, toys. We're there for support. We have over 100 volunteers, and you have your own coordinator assigned to you where they help you walk through the process. So you're never alone. Any questions you have, we're there for you. And like you said, it's a good way to try out different breeds, So say you never been a fan of a Bully breed. You're always used to fostering labs or something like that. You can try a different breed, and you never know what you're going to fall in love with. And at our organization, we let you choose the dog that you want to foster. So if you say, this is the type of dog that I want, I don't want that type, we don't push a dog on you. We say, hey, you take whatever fits your home and your lifestyle best.
That's right. Alrighty. Well, Matt, thank you so much for the work that you did.
Yes, thank you so much, Matt.
For buddies.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.
And Bully here is looking for his forever a home, and he's not the only one, unfortunately. So if you would like more information on any of the animals available at Buddy's Second Chance, you can visit buddiesrescue.org. This segment is presented by Earthwise Pet Hamburg. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.